When approaching first sales calls, one topic is always of major importance. What do you differently than others, and why should I buy from you and not from one of your competitors? So what your potential customers are asking you for is your unique selling proposition, because there's a lot of competition out there and a lot of supply that people can usually choose from. If it's direct competition or indirect competition, it doesn't matter. You need to be aware of what your advantages over others are. However, it's crucial to communicate these advantages in a way that they're easily to understand and that they matter to your customer. So how can you do that? Take a look back at your value proposition. What were your most important points? What generated value for your customer? Try to reformulate that into what it may mean for a customer. Is it more convenient if he uses your product? How much more convenient is it? Especially in a B2B setting, it's very important to have clear measurements and clear numbers for your value proposition. With this, you can think about who else does have a similar value proposition in your market and try and find out what the 3 to 4 most important different aspects of your value proposition are. With this in mind, you can then start and cartograph your market. So you can create a very simple matrix dependent on dimensions of your USP, so something that you do better than others, and list or rank or position other companies on the basis of this. Let's take a look at the case of Bionade and how they position themselves in the market. Bionade was once a startup as well. It was founded by Peter Kowalski, who was also a TUM alumni. And in the beginning, Bionade was a very interesting project. It differentiated well because it had a new technology to brew lemonade. It was brewed like beer, and from the fermentation of the raw materials, you could generate natural sugar. So by nature, it had a biological image. However, what they changed in comparison to other well-positioned biological products, like for example kombucha, which is tea, they also managed to make it somehow cool. They sold it through channels where you would find lohas or hipsters or other urban people. They picked up the lemonade and they thought it is a very healthy drink in comparison to other lemonades, which are probably a little more cool. And if you take a look at Red Bull, which has a clear image of being adventurous and cool and outgoing, you can position Bionade very well on the top right. And obviously, comparison to Coca-Cola, which has a very traditional and conservative image, neither eco or biologically friendly nor really cool, you have a better position in the market. And at times, before they were bought by Dr. Oetker, Bionade could take away a respectable market share from the world market leader in soft drink, which is Coca-Cola. So think about what could you do in your market and how could you change your industry. Be a visionary for once. Up until now, we've discovered quite a few things in our exploration. You created a value proposition, you created a matching product or service offer, you know exactly what the customer benefit is and probably even how your product is being called. And the next thing we had in this chapter was that you know exactly about your market and your competition and what sets them apart from you, or better, what sets you apart from them. Now it's about to formulate that into one cohesive statement. We call that the positioning statement, and it's a document that you should have with you, at least in your mind, all the time. It's the essence of what you describe your business as. It's the abstract of your business.
Our USP is that we're trying to make the iPhone of lighting. So we're building the first healthy and biologically effective light that people actually want to buy and use because it looks really good. It is optimized so that people can use it easily. It works entirely on its own. You don't have to configure a lot. And it's really powerful. So it's the best and easiest as well as healthy desk lamp that you can get.
We have a very simple template for you can download and fill in. It's merely self-explanatory, and you can use it to prepare the sales calls and to get to next steps. Download it, get started, and probably share it with us. We're happy to give you feedback.
We are still refining our USPs. I mean, we choose a USP and we start working with it, and then we discover, maybe this is better. And I think we're a very good use case of learning by doing. But that doesn't mean that we don't do the work. We do the work, but we're very open to changing it.